let's talk about something I like to call the remix of womanhood. Now, you and most physicians may call it menopause, but I calls it the remix of womanhood. A couple weeks ago, I did a video discussing my cancer journey and telling you guys about the fact that I had a full hysterectomy at the age of 40 and ended up with a cancer diagnosis. Well, having that full hysterectomy catapulted me into menopause. It was not something that I was ready for. I knew it was a possibility that I would have to have a complete and full hysterectomy. So we were prepared in some ways to deal with what was coming. But at 40 years old and having a cancer diagnosis and a major surgery, I just was not prepared to deal with the big M, or as I like to call it, the remix. So I want to come on here and talk to you guys today because when I was 40, I didn't have anybody to talk to about this. I had no clue what I was going to experience. My mom and my grandmother, neither of them went through menopause or the change. They had a cycle 1 month and the next month they did not. So they didn't go through what I went through. So I really didn't have anybody to talk to. I am the oldest of my cousins and I am the oldest sibling in my family. So I really didn't have anybody to talk to about this. And I didn't want you guys to be in that predicament. So I'm here to give you the 10 things that every woman needs to know about menopause. Now, let's just start here. It is not the end of womanhood. It is absolutely not the end of womanhood. It is a rite of passage. And every woman, if she lives long enough, will have to go through this process. It is not something that you should be ashamed of or worried about or anything of that nature. It is a rite of passage and it's something that we all must go through. It's a shift. And when you know what's happening, you can handle it with style, grace, and power by taking control of your health and your situation and going through it as gracefully as you possibly can. So let's get into it. 10 things every woman should know about menopause. Number 1, track your symptoms. On the onset, it doesn't just come along and boom, you're in menopause and then it's over. It could take 3 to 5 years to actually go through the full process if you don't have a situation similar to mine. So track your symptoms. If your cycles become sporadic, if you start having hot flashes or mood swings, don't be alarmed. Just track those symptoms so that you and your doctor can monitor them as you go through them. And when you see patterns, it helps you own this transition and not have to worry about it. Now, I got some notes here, so I wanted to not forget anything. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. Number 2, you got to nourish your body. This is not the time to take crash diets and skip meals and do all of those things. You need to add more greens to your diets, berries, healthy fats like omega-3s. This is not the time to overdo it with sugar and caffeine. There are some plant-based estrogen options or estrogen boosters like flaxseed and soy. So your hormones will be happy about that if that's something that you include in your diet. Number 3, and I think I might say this in most of my videos, you got to move your body. Nobody's saying you got to run a marathon, but just move. Walking, yoga, stretching, dancing around your kitchen, parking your car a little further down, and maybe taking a few more steps. Do all of those things. Lifting some weight, strength training is good. It helps boost your metabolism. It helps to boost your mood. It strengthens your muscles and your bones. And it can help reduce some of that stubborn belly fat. Because all of us over the age of 50 struggle with that every now and then. Number 4, sleep is your superpower. Now, menopause can be a monster when it's time to go to bed. You can have night sweats. You can be aggravated, frustrated. I understand all of those things. So make sure you prepare yourself for bed. Get sheets, the cooling pillowcases. Keep your room at a decent temperature. You know, I was fortunate. I didn't freeze anybody out or I didn't stress anybody out when I was going through the process because I tried to make sure that when it was time to go to bed, I did everything that I needed to do. Number 5, you need to hydrate and you need to moisturize. Make sure you eat water-soluble fruits and vegetables to hydrate from the inside out. And I just need to remind you that it's important to moisturize, because as your body loses things and these hormones change, it can dry you out. It can dry out your skin and things of that nature. So it doesn't hurt to invest in some good moisturizers and oils and things to do to moisturize your body, because you might find yourself a little dry during this time. This one is super important. Number 6, protect your peace. Protect your peace at all costs, because when you're going through this thing, if there's irritability and mood swings and you hot, you might snap on somebody. You might absolutely crash out. We don't want to do that. So if there are people that get on your nerves or that aggravate you or that are constantly testing your gangster, this is not the time to hang around with those people. Protect your peace at all times. Now, number 7. This one is important, and it can sometimes be a little controversial, but hormone replacement therapy is an option for some. It was not an option for me because I had cancer, and with the aggressive type of cancer that I had, my oncologist did not trust any hormone replacement therapy because estrogen promotes tumor growth. So there was no hormone replacement therapy for me. He basically said, suck it up, buttercup. It'll be all right. You won't die. But if you get this cancer again, you just might. So that's exactly what I did. I had to suck it up. Hormone replacement therapy was not an option for me. Now, number 8, you got to stay on top of your screenings as you're going through this process. I don't know if I said it, but menopause can take 3 to 5 years or longer to go through this full process. So you want to make sure that you go through your screenings. Menopause is your body telling you it's time to check on things and pay attention to what's going on. So take care of your screenings, your bone density screenings, your thyroid levels. Make sure you're getting your mammogram. Make sure your magnesium levels are good, because it's important to have those nutrients to combat the fact that you don't have the hormones that you used to have, especially in a case like mine, having a full hysterectomy. I no longer have my ovaries, so I was not producing my own hormones. I was absolutely going without them. And without the hormone replacement therapy, I had to just try natural things to boost my hormones so that I didn't make it any worse. So stay on top of those screenings. Stay in contact with your gynecologist and make sure you are staying on top of all the latest and the greatest things that can help you through this. Number 9, find your people. Find your people. I'm one of those people, and that's why I'm making this video, because I think that it is really important to have someone to talk to through this process. I didn't have anybody to talk to through this process. Like I said, my mom and my grandmother did not go through menopause. They had a cycle 1 month, they didn't have it the next month, and they never came back. My mother has never had a hot flash, and my grandmother says that she didn't either. I might have been that fortunate had I not been forced into menopause at the tender age of 40, but I did have the majority of these symptoms. It was not a horrible, horrible thing, but it was something that was slightly uncomfortable, and if I had the information that I'm providing to you, it may have made my process a little easier. Number 10, and this is the most important one. It is a new season. It is not the end of anything. It does not say anything about your womanhood or anything of that nature. It is a rite of passage. It is a change that we go through. It is just the way the woman's body was built. There are certain things that we're meant to do at certain times, and menopause just happens to be that thing that comes along at the end. So no, this is not the end of anything. Menopause is not meant to mean that you are fading or that you are no longer a woman. It means that you're rising. You're wiser, bolder, and free from the stuff that was weighing you down. So just don't look at it as if it's something negative. It's your time to redefine what thriving looks like. And baby, we thrive lovely. Now, in addition to thriving, you can also help someone else out. You can become a part of a tribe. I didn't have anybody to talk to, but you do. You can find your community. You don't have to go through this alone. I have little giggles with my coworkers all the time that we have our own personal summers. Sometimes we just need somebody to talk to, somebody to bounce these things off of. Sometimes we just need someone to know how we're feeling so that we don't feel out in the cold or on our own with these things. So real quick, I'm going to run through the top 10 things you need to know about this thing called menopause. Number 1, track your symptoms from the very beginning. Pay attention to what's going on with your body. Menopause is telling you it's time to check things out. Things are changing. Number 2, nourish your body with fruits and vegetables, omega-3, fatty acids, things like that. Make sure you are eating nutritious foods the way you should be, and fruits and vegetables. Number 3, move your body. I say that in every video. I shouldn't have to go back through that. Sleep is your superpower if you prepare yourself for a good night's rest. Hydrate and moisturize, and you can hydrate with water-soluble fruits and vegetables. You can drink water, do all the things. Again, moisturize. A good lotion and body oils goes a very long way. Protect your peace. Don't kill anybody during this time, or don't want you feeling like you want to kill somebody during this time. Protect your peace. Don't let anybody get on your nerves and aggravate you. Explore hormone replacement therapy. It is a little bit taboo, but if it makes your life easier, that's all that matters. Stay on top of your screenings. Make sure you get everything checked out. Find your tribe, and again, that's me. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to let me know. And know that this is not the end of anything. Again, it's a rite of passage. All women that live long enough go through it. So don't you worry about that being an end to anything. It's the beginning to new and exciting things. So if this video resonated with you in any way, don't hesitate. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you've been thinking. Let me know if you've gone through any of these things, or if you know anybody who has. And share this video. Share this video with the women in your life that may be going through something like this, or may possibly have to go through something like this. Let them know it is not the end of the world. I hope this video helped you feel seen, gave you a little bit of information. I'm going to ask you to like the video, subscribe to the channel so we can have more real talks about wellness and lifestyle changes and loving our lives beyond 50. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. What was your biggest surprise as you went through menopause, or that you're going through currently? What's going on with you that lets you know that your body may be going through changes? We all going through it. Change is inevitable. It's another one of those things that I've talked about a little bit this week. It's nothing we can do about it. We're going to embrace it with grace and with style, and we're going to walk through this thing just like we walk through anything else. So don't hesitate. Leave me a comment. We're doing better together. We're going to walk through this thing with grace and excellence. And until the next time, it's the Seasoned Lady signing out. I hope each and every one of you have a fabulous day. Toodles.